I moved to the city from a small town, just an ordinary guy with a steady job and a kind heart. My parents always said, be good to others, and one day life will reward you. That became my life mantra, and I was determined to be the kind of man who gives endlessly. I first met her at a local cafe where she was crying in the corner booth. I offered her a tissue, and when she looked up to thank me, I saw something in her eyes, a fragile sparkle that seemed to say, "You might understand me." From that moment, I wanted to be by her side. Every morning, I drove her to the train station. In the afternoon, I fixed her broken air conditioner. When she had a fever, I made homemade soup and delivered it to her doorway. Her smile became the goal of my day, her happiness, my purpose. My friends teased, "Man, you're too perfect. Are these girls ever going to choose you?" I just smiled and doubled down on my kindness. In my head, I believed that pure effort would lead to love. If I give enough, she'll one day whisper, "I'm happy because of you." That fantasy kept me going. I pictured her lighting up on her birthday as I surprised her with a handmade gift and cake. But reality had a different plan. That birthday evening, it was raining cats and dogs. I stood in front of her house, soaked from head to toe, holding a big bag filled with her favorite book, a handwritten letter, and the cake I'd baked. My heart raced. I was convinced I'd win everything tonight. The door opened, and there she was, hand in hand with another guy, laughing effortlessly as they stepped inside. It felt like the whole world froze. She didn't see me standing there, drenched and hopeful. She didn't see the cake's frosting melting in the rain. She didn't see me. My chest tightened. A cold raindrop dripped down my cheek. Was this really the answer to all my efforts? The sacrifice I thought would prove my worth? I whispered to myself, is this what perfection feels like? And suddenly, everything shifted. After that rainy night, I wasn't the same. The cake I made never made it to her. I left it in the fridge where it slowly spoiled, just like the feelings inside me. I went silent. No texts, no calls. But deep down, the question burned. Why not me? I gave her everything. My time, my loyalty, my heart. I asked for nothing in return. So why was I invisible? Back in my dim apartment, I stared at the walls where I once planned surprises and memorized her favorite dishes. I began to doubt everything I believed about love, about what it meant to be a good man. I thought about my mother, a woman abandoned by the man she loved most. She raised me with one mantra: don't be like your father, be kind, never hurt anyone. So I grew up thinking that love meant sacrifice. Love meant silence. Love meant giving and never asking. But maybe that was the trap. She messaged me again. "Hey, my phone's acting up. Can you look at it?" Another time. "Feeling low. Can we talk?" I always came. Always. But each time, I felt more like a favor, less like a person. Her Instagram posts started showing blurry shoulders, restaurant tables set for two, drinks I didn't buy. I didn't ask. I didn't have to. I already knew. One night, she called crying. "Can I see you?" "I need someone right now." I rushed over, sat with her, calmed her, took her home. The next morning, she posted a picture, fingers intertwined with someone else's. No caption, no explanation, just silence. I wasn't mad. I wasn't even hurt. I was empty. That day, I muted her notifications. That silence became my awakening. I turned inward. Books, psychology, Stoic philosophy. I stumbled upon one line that shifted me. You suffer more from imagination than from reality. Seneca. And then it hit me. Love isn't about giving until there's nothing left. It's about knowing what part of yourself should never be given away. I had no boundaries. I gave everything without asking, has she earned this? I wasn't loving, I was begging. Begging not with words, but with actions soaked in hope and fear. Fear of not being chosen, fear of being alone. I looked at myself in the mirror, dark circles, tired eyes, not because I lost her, because I'd lost myself. And in that stillness, I whispered a promise. I won't beg to be seen again. I won't prove my worth through sacrifice. If she doesn't see me without me shouting, she was never meant to. True love isn't about giving everything away. It's about protecting the part of you that no one gets unless they've earned it. In the silence, I found myself. The moment no one needed me was the moment I learned to need myself. Each morning I looked in the mirror and asked, am I stronger than I was yesterday? The man who no longer checks his phone every 5 minutes. The man who doesn't panic at silence. The man who doesn't need her to see him because he sees himself. I hit the gym. I picked up books. I started traveling alone, facing fears I never dared to. No longer chasing validation, no longer trying to be chosen. I was becoming the man who didn't need to be picked to know his worth. Then one day, she texted, hey, how have you been? Old me would have replied in seconds. New me? I didn't answer, not out of bitterness, but because that day, I was with someone important, myself. We all want to be loved, but real love starts when you give it to yourself first. I stopped running after her and started running toward the man I'm becoming. Stronger, wiser, unshakable. That is rebirth. That is freedom. And finally, I understood. I don't need her to choose me. As long as I choose myself, that's enough.